Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is the Baron's Corner. And of course, this is the place where we host the biggest conversations here at the Faculty of Education in the University of Nairobi and across the country, from the young people to the old to the youth, of course. We host the biggest conversations. And here today we have with us an aspiring fellow, a good man, the man from Homa Bay. He tells me it's a war between three horses from Homa Bay County at the Faculty of Education as they fight it out to get the leadership to the helm of the governor of the UNSA at the Faculty of Education. Oketch Solomon tells me he gives the option B for the leadership of Kikuyu because most of us have seen it all that at the faculty it's been a horse race of Oketch and Azimio. But Oketch Solomon gives another option. He tells me in his words, let's make Kikuyu great again. We want to find out that. All that. Oketch.
Yes.
Welcome to our interview.
Thank you.
This is the Baron's Corner.
Thank you.
And I want you to, I've tried my best to introduce you. Give us a more detailed introduction of yourself. A best way you will want the comrades to know you.
Okay. I don't have a best way for the comrades to know me, and they already know me. I am Oketch Solomon Oketch. I am the incoming governor of Kikuyu campus, Faculty of Education, to be precise.
Let's say aspiring.
No, I'm the incoming governor, and I just wanted to correct one thing. I'm not the plan B. I'm the plan A, and there is no any other plan that is going to work.
That's beautiful.
So I'm very happy, and I'm having my team, and I'm going there as Team Solo. Yes, and I'm going to win and win big, and I'm looking forward to a great conversation with you.
Solomon, you've stated, and I've seen your confidence. You've said you are a plan A.
Yeah.
Tell us, what was your inspiration? What inspired you? Have you always had this dream since you stepped at the university to take over the leadership of the comrades? What's your inspiration, basically?
Okay, my inspiration has come in a situation where, I've been in this university for a long time. I was here since 2019. And when I came, a lot of things were better than how they are from the post-pandemic, which we had the pandemic of Corona period. So when I sat down with my constituents and my strong supporters, they told me that there is a lot that is not going on well. And if you are eligible to vie, why can't you come in and chip in and try and correct things, because a lot are in a mess right now.
So you're telling us your inspiration is actually comes from the fact that you were pushed by your fellow friends that you should take over the leadership because there was a problem?
I've said my constituents because they sat with me down and we discussed it in a long meeting, and I told them my plan, and they told me, if that is the plan, then go for it.
Okay.
So maybe we will engage more to know that.
Tell me, you've said you've been around for some time.
Yes.
What has made you be around for some time? We know most of us have been here for like 2-3 years. Others have been here for just a year. But you're telling us you've been here from 2019. Okay, you've been here for really some time.
Yes.
What has made you to be around for that long?
Maybe I'm the next Babu Wino, but jokes aside, maybe I'm the next Babu Wino to be here for a long time. But, there is a lot of challenges, both personal and maybe I had a lot of challenges back there. So I just want to tell my people that me being around here is not my mistake. There are challenges that you have to face as a man or as a woman. So I had a lot of challenges that maybe one day I'll have another interview because...
Beautiful. Another day we'll have another interview once you become governor to share the challenges you've been and how you overcame them.
Yeah.
But let's go down to what brought us to this interview, the plan you have for the comrades. Tell us, I'm sure you have your manifesto out there, but I want you to give us an overview. Tell the comrades an overview of your manifesto, the main policies. Can you mention 1, 2, 3 of your that's contained in your plan? Number one. Okay.
Yes, sure. I have 5 big agendas that when I released my manifesto, even before I had a plan of coming in, I had released my manifesto because they were 5. One, I want to talk about what is going on in the school. It's sanitation. We are having a lot of problems regarding sanitation at our campus. Two, there is a lot of problem regarding academics. A lot of students have missing mark units, and it is a problem that we need to curb when my office gets into power together with the UNSA.
Let's handle one by one.
Okay.
Let's not go too fast. So tell us about sanitation.
Okay.
Tell us the exact problem in sanitation at the faculty. I want you to give us some examples and give us a solution to the problems on how you want to solve them.
Okay. Thank you. So the problem on sanitation, one, you find that most of the students live in the hostels, yes? So the hostels, they are not in good condition for the students. As per now, with me, what I'm saying. So I have a plan of getting into leadership and working closely with the department that is in charge of taking care of our hostels. As a leader, that is my work, to keep them in check, to make sure those hostels are cleaned very early in the morning. The locks that are there in the hostels, they need to be repaired before we report back in school. So that means I am going to work even before you report back in school.
I can see you're mentioning the problems to do with sanitation.
Yeah.
But let's be clear here. You are the governor.
Yes.
You're not the dean. You're not the vice chancellor.
Sure.
How exactly are you planning to do this?
That's why I've said that because I'm the leader and you have given me the mandate to represent you, it is my responsibility to come on board with the dean of faculty at our campus and the people he uses to run the campus. We sit down and then we see the way forward on what to do and what not to do. How?
So you're mentioning the locks, you're mentioning the toilets, you're mentioning the cleanliness.
Yeah.
That's the problem to do sanitation.
That is, and even the school is so messy.
Everything, the component stuff.
Yes, we need just to take care of everything.
Okay, let's come to your plan number 2.
Yeah.
You say it's the big 5. Number 2.
Number 2 is academics.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. We are all here because of matters of education. And I'm seeing it twice because once you live in a good place, in a clean place, now let's focus on education. We need to, my office, I want them to work closely with UNSA because, it's an office that it shouldn't be neglected by UNSA government.
Okay.
So we want to work closely so that we take care of the missing marks. We want to work in a certain way that if we do our exams, maybe we can have the results earlier so that we can prepare for the supplementary exams before the
resumption of another semester.
Yeah, sure. That's my plan.
That is your plan?
Yeah, that is my plan because
the issue to do with the missing marks is really an issue that's mostly beyond even the leadership of UNSA. It's a problem of a student lecturer problem.
Yeah,
but
sure.
You said you will do the supplementary earlier.
Not doing the supplementary earlier, like just having your results earlier because a lot of universities, they're getting their results maybe 2 months after they have their exams. So you find that personally, I'm even waiting for my 1 unit for first year and I'm in third year.
How? 2019.
I'm at 2019. So you see, so such problems, we can see a way of curbing them. I know I can't be a magician to do it within a day, but I can introduce a culture.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you, okay, this is a question that I'm really interested in these academic things.
Yeah.
The part of the lecturers, do you think that this is a lecturer-related problem?
Yeah, it's a lecturer-related problem first, but also I think our class representatives, apart from the UNSA office, it is a problem. The link between the lecturer and the class representatives, I think it's more of we need to create awareness more of it. Even we educate our class representatives because I'm seeing a lot of class representatives. There is some negligence in their duty. Though I really appreciate what they're doing, but there is a little negligence in their duty in that some haven't yet got their results, but the class representative, because he or she has his results in his pocket, he or she will not, look for other people so that we confront the lecturer early enough so that the issue can be raised, we get our results.
Thank you. That is your plan number 2. Number 3?
Number 3, my plan is comrades empowerment. Yeah, we need to empower our comrades because I'm aspiring to be a leader. There is a lot of people who want to be leaders. You are a journalist, and I know you want to take your journalism into greater heights.
Sure.
And with the good government that I'm planning to formulate all my duties, I know with you and me, we can empower each other, empower the young leaders.
How exactly are you doing this empowerment?
Okay.
Let's get to the facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
How we are, yes, you know, politicians, we are promising.
Yeah, you're just promising the whole thing. It's a whole English.
Sure.
Let's do the empowerment. Let's be practical. This and this is what I'm going to do in terms of empowerment.
Okay. In youth empowerment, I don't know if my competitors will get this video earlier so that they might counteract me on Monday, but I'll appreciate because I'll know if they're speaking the right thing or not. So when we come to comrade empowerment, one, I'm a politician. I need to inspire and empower more comrades into this field of politics. And the only way I can use my position as a politician to attract more leaders and behave like a politician. You know, if I behave like a politician, it means that we have different houses in our campuses. We have different people in our campuses. So maybe I can pick vibrant people. We see on how we can start classes even for politics because
we cannot do a political class. Okay.
We can. Do you know what is a political class? Even you have a journalism club.
Oh, okay.
But it is in a way that it is a class because with my opinion, everything that a group does for them to develop, that's a class because we are learning.
So you're saying in this empowerment plan, you're going to form something like clubs to mentor each one with according to their unique abilities.
Sure, and put in the right energy, investment, and structures in them, in those clubs.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's something like you're going to really empower on the talents that the students have.
Sure.
I think it's more of a point of we are going to empower talents that students already have, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's go to point number 3 and 4. I want you to really come up very fast within a minute.
Okay, so my fourth point, was engagement and representation. So I, as Oketch Solomon, I believe in echoing student voices and giving students platforms to raise their voices. We can engage them in forums so that we actively know what's happening and what is not happening. We actively be in check with the students because they say once you are elected, you don't have the time now to go back to the comrades. And I want to promise comrades that we will engage in forums and everything that students are going through with no any other problem in it. So what I just want to say is representation and echoing their voices. That is my...
Do you think that the other regimes, you've mentioned, you've given us a good plan?
Yeah.
That is your plan number 4, right?
Yeah, sure.
Before I ask this question, give us your number 5.
My number 5 is just the infrastructure part, which I always say it is in quotes because it sounds ambiguous. But with me, how I was saying it is just bringing back the installation of Wi-Fi because we see it's a very good work going on.
The Wi-Fi is there?
The Wi-Fi is there, but in other rooms or hostel rooms, it is not there. Like the Pioneer, we can lobby that so that people in Pioneer don't have to struggle to come down in Kimberley to access the Wi-Fi. And as a matter of fact, those are the elders who should have the priority and the mandate to use the Wi-Fi.
Let's go to the other thing.
Which
in terms of infrastructure?
Infrastructure. Maybe recreation of computer labs so that they be of good condition. There are a lot of computers that are not functioning in our computer labs. Maybe we can see a way of reaching out to the department and telling them we need to work on this. Maybe it is a project that can start now, but I hope any regime that will come might end it well because...
Okay, Solomon, I've had your plan, your big 5. It's an amazing plan. And I believe when you get office, you will really have the opportunity to implement it.
Okay.
But okay, let me ask you, do you think that these other groups, you've talked about lobbying, all these issues, you don't have the funds to run them? Your office is only funded to run the office, to pay your salaries, but you don't really have the funds to run to do these projects. So definitely your work is just but to lobby on behalf of the comrades. Do you think the other regimes, even the outgoing one, do you think they haven't done the same thing? What's the different thing you're going to tell the administration so that your lobbying is different?
Yeah, you know, when you are organizing a forum as a leader, my way of lobbying people is when we are talking about comrades empowerment, we need to organize even like sports day. There is a way of empowering comrades through that. We can organize political events. There is a way of empowering them through that. But the only way I can do this as a leader, I can use this my docket to invite other leaders, because once I'm a leader, I know I can invite other leaders, bring the comrades together.
What my point, Oketch, is it's good you're bringing other leaders on board to do the lobbying. But I'm asking you, Oketch, what's this different? I'm talking about the lobbying itself on the administration.
Okay.
What are you telling the administration that is different that these other regimes haven't told them?
Okay. What I need to tell the administration is we have been like, we are pressed in a way. And what I just need to go and tell them, be vibrant to them, and tell them these are what comrades need, and can you help me achieve this? And if the administration cannot help me achieve it, maybe it's the only time that I can come back to the comrades and talk about the My Number 4 manifesto of representation and engagement. Maybe I can engage them. And with my powers, engaging comrades, I think I can lobby much into the campus.
Okay. Aside from your point of lobbying and all those, we know that once you get into office, there will be funds. The UNSA is funded. There will be funds. How are the comrades going to keep you accountable? Your transparency in office and in terms of managing the UNSA funds.
You know, of more of the regimes that have departed, and even this one, which is about to leave office, and I think even when you go to churches, I think. One thing that churches do, they come to their people and tell them this is the funds that we had, and this is how we used it, and this is how we are going to manage the remaining funds. But with the funds that is being provided by the school, we find that it is a little money. And with all that I've been inquiring, it's around 80,000.
Okay, you're talking about the funds that's given for events.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
About that 80,000.
Yes.
How are you going to ensure that you are transparent enough to use that 80,000 to favor the comrades?
Yes, you know, one, I cannot favor everybody. The simple term of democracy means it means that one is complaining and the other one is satisfied.
So who is complaining in this case?
So the one who is complaining is that one who have not satisfied with my 80,000. But the one who is not complaining is one who got the taste of it. Because this 80,000 is given because of an event. Yeah. And some people voted me in and they don't want events. They voted me in, they want matters academic. So you find that with this 80,000, the only thing that I can do to my best is to make sure with my team, my treasurer, everybody in my team, we have a vibrant accountability, a clear check of how we are going to use this fund.
How are you going to use it? You are given 80,000 Solomon Oketch to hold a Thanksgiving bash after your win.
Yep.
Are we going to see an event worth 20,000?
No. If you look at me, I think an event worth 20,000, I will even sleep at my place and not attend it. I've not attended 3 events in this campus because they worth 5,000.
So in short, you are saying an event worth 80,000, you're going to work out to make it look like 80,000?
Yeah, sure. That's my plan. You know, we have not had an event worth 80,000 and we feel it. Because the last event I saw was in 2019. It was worth 100 and some things thousand. So an event that worth 80,000, I think people should attend it. And as a leader, let me tell you, I'm not going to use this. If I use 80,000, many people will complain that this event is not a success. I can use 80,000 on my own, and then I can use these 80,000 also to bargain, because we have people who are ready to sponsor such events. We have the Sprite, we have the Coca-Cola, even the the Guinness people. We have a lot of brands that are ready to sell.
So in short, you are saying, okay, so you are going to partner with other partners to make the event even more than 80,000.
Sure, that's how I can do it.
That's a beautiful plan. That's a beautiful plan. But let's come down to, okay, once you get into office, there is funds, and you have your members, 5 people in your team, or 6, maybe. I don't know how many, but the members of your team.
I have 5.
5 members.
Sure.
That's beautiful. So with those 5 members, once you settle into office, they may arise conflicts because now money is involved, power struggles over here and there. How are you going to handle that if conflict arises?
As a leader, because I'm the chair of the team, what I have to make sure is that my house is in order. Yes, I have to make sure that my people follow what I'm doing. Because
when it's not in order, they are not following what you're doing. What do you do?
I need to act right.
How exactly?
Call them on board and listen to them. If I'm the problem, maybe it is not in order because I'm the problem. Maybe they're the problem. So it is something that as a leader, we will just see how we can make it out among ourselves, because once it is out there, it will be out of hand.
Once you get into office, what's your plan on diversity, inclusion? We know there are people, they're less privileged in terms of their finances, financing the education. We have the PWDs. How are you going to ensure that all these people are included in your government and they feel included in the system?
Yeah, so that's a very bright question. And it is one of the questions that I've always worried about it. So first, PWD is a very critical issue that we have to look into it. Because personally, I missed a PWD and I was almost being removed away from VIBE because I missed one. So, and they are there. What I know is they are there, but they are not registered. So we can create awareness for such people and maybe involve them, because since I came in this campus, there have not been any event for the people with disability program. They have not even held, they have not even held one conference that I've seen around the campus involving the people with disability. And coming down to those who are marginalized, those who can't afford fees. One thing I was telling my people when I'm campaigning, and I will continue telling them, I cannot give everybody bursary. And that is
okay. Coming down to that bursary issue, because it relates to that, tell us how many people are going to get the bursary, the process of how you're going to allocate to ensure that there is fair allocation, because I know you have your friends who've campaigned for you, and you may want to favor them on such issues.
Yes, I have my friends who have campaigned for me, and maybe they might be favored. They might, maybe they might not be favored, but what I want to say is that
they might be favored.
I've used a very good term.
Why exactly would they be favored? Might, I know it's might, but why would they be favored in case they are favored?
No, they are not going to be favored in my government.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that I think you should, I said maybe they might or maybe they might not. So what I want to say is that the bursaries that are being given with my little research, because I'm not yet in office, with my little knowing, they cannot reach 30, which I'm being given as the UNSA governor. They cannot reach 30 students. So in a setup of our school, we are more than 2,000 students. So mathematically, it is butchering me. So what I can do, and away from the bursary, what I had in mind as a leader is place these people who are marginalized, those who can't afford fees. We have a good accountability of them, maybe create a structure of how we can identify them. And then if we identify you, like me, I'm from Homa Bay County, and I know my governor, and I know my area MP, because MPs are the people who give people bursaries. Maybe as a leader, I can walk your names there and help you get the bursaries.
I love how well you are connected.
Yeah. Being a leader means you are connected.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And not to lie, I am. A little bit. But with these powers, I know I will be more than ever.
I hope you use your connections enough to favor the comrades.
Yeah, sure. I do use to favor the comrades, and whatever I always do is favor the comrades.
That's a beautiful point, Oketch. Let's come down to there have been events being held. There is this event called the Cultural Week. It's supposed to be held at the faculty level. Tell us what you're going to do to make. Are you going to bring more events to Kikuyu, and how exactly are you going to do that? And then related to that, there are so many talented students. I know you talked about it in your plan, but I want you to expound a bit on maybe access to more talented students, access to facilities. Maybe how are you going to empower clubs that are existing, such as my own, such as debate club? How exactly are you going to work on that?
Oh, all right. One, let me start with the cultural, how many events I will bring to Kikuyu when I become the governor. I want to tell you that I have a plan of bringing a lot of events because once you sit in power, what you need to do as a leader is see how your constituents and your voters can feel your engagement in power. So I had a lot of plans. One is when you see things like cultural and everything, many events are not coming here because the leaders were elected. And my plan is becoming the governor and becoming the council of the governors. And I'm going to vie for it, rally for it, and get it. So that I can sit on the table where the budgeting is being done. Because when I'm on the table where budgeting is being done, I'm telling you, Kikuyu is closer to everything. Because everything will be coming home.
No, tell me exactly. So how many events? You only have 6 months in office. 3 months, 3 months.
I can't say that I'm bringing 12 events, but there are 4 events that is a must. The 2 cultural days, and the one is Freshers Night, and the Thanksgiving bash that I should held maybe next week, and it's going to be a very big one. It's next week, but one, sorry. Okay. So I can. There are 4 events, yeah.
So the 4 events you're telling us that you're telling the comrades that you will definitely hold them, and they'll meet the standards that the comrades expect.
I will work within my power, and I'm assuring comrades that it will be hell of events, and for the first time Kikuyu will be up there.
That's so beautiful, Oketch. We've been listening to you for a few minutes right now, and I can see a beautiful future for Kikuyu. But I want you to tell the comrades exactly what sets you apart from Oketch and from Azimio, your opponents. There are 2 people that have been on this race, and now you're there on the race. What sets you apart? What will make the comrades to put them aside? And
thank you. One is resilience. Me coming into the political scene, I'm telling you, I have had a lot of ups and downs, and I have had a lot of the negative parts. And one thing people are saying is that I will not be on the ballot, and Solo will not make it on the ballot. I'm telling you, up to the last day, when the nomination results came out, I was not in the ballot. And I didn't stop there. I fought hard, and I'm back in the ballot. So one, I am a leader who will show that resilience in leadership. 2, what I want to say is not looking down upon some other people, but here is maturity now. If you want to lead people, maturity must come in. And one thing that I'm going to bring in is the maturity part. The 3rd one is to mentor people. I have a beautiful story that when I spread it out there, a lot of comrades will change with my story. And not to speak much, because I know we still have more.
We still have the debate coming, and you've talked about building a beautiful story and making the comrades be inspired through your story. Sure. And I'm very sure that once you become the governor, your story will even be bigger. Okay,
so big.
Say something in in 30 seconds that tell something the comrades. Tell comrades something.
Let me greet them one more time. Hello comrades, is your incoming governor, Oketch Solomon Oketch. We are here for greatness, and let's make Kikuyu bright again and greater. And only one thing I want to tell you, vote me come 27 and you will see a change in Kikuyu campus. Viva comrades.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much, Oketch, you for gracing the Baron's Corner. It's been amazing. As you hear, guys, this guy brings onto the table what I'll call maturity. He also brings onto the table experience. He's been here for some time, and he tells me that through resilience, he has fought it hard through all the hurdles that were put on his way to make it to the ballot. And he tells me on 27th he'll be on the ballot, and he has told you all he needed to say to convince you and of course convince me myself that he should be voted in. That is your decision to make. It's my decision to make. Let's meet on the ballot. But before that, let's meet Oketch, Brian Akach, and Azimio Washington at the debate on Monday at LTB1. See you there, guys. We love you. This is the Baron's Corner, always there for you, the biggest conversation site at the University of Nairobi and of course in Kenya. Thank you.